Good morning! It's Tuesday, I think. Oh, I think I'm behind in editing again because Josh never sent me that dang plugin. I'm supposed to go grocery shopping this morning, but I think I'm going to try Instacart instead. I've been avoiding it for a while, but I think I'm just going to do it. The delivery fee is only $4, and $4 is worth the stress that I'll save of going into Aldi right now. I don't know if it'll work out. If it doesn't work out, I can always go back myself and get whatever they didn't get or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to work on things in 1 hour intervals again today like I did yesterday. I need to sand the wall a little bit, not a little bit, a lot, before I can paint the other side of the hallway because it never got finished from when we installed this beam and spackled everything. So it's just like unfinished spackle there. So actually I have to prime it too. Crap. I already primed that? I think I already primed the beam itself. So I can do everything but that section, I guess. Binks! Get down! Binks! Don't talk back. Thank you. So yeah, I need to work on collars and masks again. The Etsy orders are just pouring in again, which is great. I'm feeling better about it now than I was before. I need to clean up a little bit. Need to put the dishes away. Place my Instacart order. Need to take a shower. So yeah, I better get to work. I just added everything to my Instacart cart, and Aldi does not have any chicken. They've got some bone-in thighs, but that's not helpful for most of what I'm making, and with the exception of one night, every single meal that we planned requires chicken. So I'm going to take a shower and go to the grocery store down the street, which is super expensive, that's why we don't shop there, but whatever. See if they have chicken. If they do not, then I guess I'm going to have to add some frozen chicken to my Aldi order. Crazy times. Alright, I've got a bunch of collar orders done. Right in the Instacart delivery, and I just need some time. I don't think that wall's gonna get prepped today. I just don't have it in me. I don't know why. I feel like I haven't accomplished very much at all today, but I just feel physically I feel like I've accomplished a lot, but like mentally, I don't feel like I've accomplished a lot. I don't know, man. I'm just tired for some reason. So I'm just going to take a few minutes, maybe an hour, watch an episode or two of The Office. And then I need to clean out the refrigerator and put away the groceries. I just took all of the cold stuff from Instacart and put it in the refrigerator in the basement. So I wouldn't have to deal with it because nothing will fit in the refrigerator right now. It's a disaster. So I gotta take care of that. And I guess I can prep dinner, but I can't make it because we didn't work out this morning. So that means we have to work out when Josh gets home. So maybe I'll prep it and then get dressed to work out for when he gets home. Good morning. It's Wednesday. It's a gloomy, rainy day outside. You can't really tell because I can't adjust my eyes so well I'm filming. I got some cute little cats over here with me. I have not been great at vlogging the last 2 days because I've really just been busy the whole time, but not busy with anything that I would want to vlog or that anyone would want to see. Today I am not working on any Etsy orders. I do have to work on masks. I'm going to work on the wall. And I would like to try to get a dress zone for myself, but we'll see about that. I also need to lay out a pattern, well, several patterns for Carly to see if I can do. She bought some fabric for me to make her some leggings and shorts and a sports bra, and I have to lay them out to see if she has choices of leggings or if she just has to do one specific pair of leggings. So I gotta figure that out. God, they're just being so cute. I can't handle it. And I gotta clean up a little bit. I gotta clean the litter box. I might have said that yesterday. I meant to do it yesterday and I just ran out of time. Which sucks because it's raining and I have to do it outside, but oh well. It is what it is. I just went to the garage to try to find some spackle for this wall. And as I was looking for it, I noticed that there was some water on the ground over by the door. And then I realized that our sump pump is not on and it is full and the water is pouring out and going on the floor. So I tried to set up a hose, but that did not work. But luckily I just opened the garage door crack and it's slanted just enough that the water's going out. So I guess that's how we're going to leave that for now. I still have not found the spackle. I don't know where it could possibly be. I know I used it when I painted the bathroom, and it's not anywhere to be found, which is super frustrating because it was sitting on the kitchen table forever, and it's not on the kitchen table, and it doesn't seem to be anywhere in the garage. So I have no clue where it could possibly be. No, and the putty knife is also missing. And I remember using the putty knife recently, but I can't remember why. It was for something that we couldn't figure out how to do, and then I read the instructions and it was like, use a putty knife, and I used it and it worked perfectly, and Josh was amazed. And I can't for the life of me think of what that possibly could have been. So I don't know where that is. I don't know if the putty knife and the spackle are together, and now I'm just wasting my whole morning trying to solve problems and find things. So, awesome. Sorry, choking on pretzel. Change of plans. So I'm going to go to Home Depot and try to get a piece of tubing to try to get this water out, and also a squeegee. And then I'll come back and try to get things done the one that I wanted to get done. Oh hey, guess what? Now I can't find my freaking key fob! So I have not been taking a purse with me to anywhere that I go because it's just more things that I have to touch. So I've just been taking my keys, my credit card, and my license. I put everything in my pockets. But because I'm a girl, my full set of keys does not fit in my pocket. So what I do is I take the key fob off, put it in my pocket, and then I lock my house keys and everything else in the car. I went to Ingles yesterday, and I came home, and my credit card and my license were sitting on the coffee table. My key ring was hung up on where we hang our keys. My fob was not on it. Now, it's not surprising that I didn't put my fob back on there because I always forget to do that. But normally when I forget to do it, it's in my pocket still. Checked my pocket, not there. Was it raining yesterday? Maybe I did wear a raincoat yesterday. And if I did, then it's definitely in that pocket. ADHD, man. I am having a very bad day, and I'm over it. You know, when I woke up this morning, I was laying in bed, and it was raining, and I thought, I don't hear the sump pump. That's weird. The sump pump is right below our bedroom, and whenever it rains a lot, it runs pretty much constantly. It just cycles and cycles and cycles and cycles. And I get used to looking for the sound when it's raining. It's like those two sounds just go hand in hand. My brain hears rain and it expects to hear the sump pump. And I didn't hear it, but I didn't really think too much of it beyond that's weird that I don't hear it. And I went about my day. And then I went down to the garage and I was looking for the spackle. And the only reason I even went over to that side of the garage is because I had looked everywhere and I couldn't find the spackle. And I saw the water on the floor and I was like, oh no, what's going on? But still, even then, it didn't occur to me that it was the sump pump that was the issue, because over near the pump, it was dry. It was only wet near the door. So I thought the water had come in under the door somehow. But I quickly realized that it was coming out through the French drain in the floor. And I went and looked, and the sump pump canister is full. So I tried to use a garden hose to put in the hole where the water was flowing out, but it was too big, so that didn't work. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to worry about it. So I went and tried to go about my day, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to Home Depot and get a smaller hose and see if I can get that to work. So you know what happened then? I couldn't find my keys. I just couldn't find anything this morning. Couldn't find anything that I needed. Finally found my keys, went to Home Depot, got the hose, brought it home, and it did not work. Not even close. And when I was trying to create the vacuum to get the water out, I ended up with a mouthful of dirty sump pump water. So that was fantastic. So then I was like, okay, whatever, I'm just going to leave it and go about my day. So I came upstairs, Josh came home for lunch, I played some Animal Crossing, I ate some food. I haven't eaten any real food, I've only eaten junk food all day. And I sanded the wall like I said I was going to, and I just can't stop thinking about the garage flooding. Now, I don't think I've ever mentioned this before in this vlog. Maybe I have, I don't know. But when I was 14, my basement in my house flooded. It was, we lived about 2 hours from the coast, so we didn't get hurricanes. And plus we were in the north. I lived in Pennsylvania, so hurricanes don't really come. But we had some remnants from a hurricane, and it rained really hard, really fast. I don't know, a couple of inches in an hour or something. And we had this storm drain, part of the sewer, I guess, in our backyard, and it clogged and filled up, and our backyard started to fill up with water. And we had these, our whole basement was underground, unlike the basement in this house, and so we had stairs that went down into the ground, down into the basement. And what happened was, because our backyard filled up with water, then the stairwell filled up with water, and eventually, water is very heavy, and it broke the basement door open. And we had a sump pump. I'm not sure if it failed or if it was just overwhelmed, but it couldn't keep all that water out either way, and our basement started to fill up with water. And when I still remember this day vividly. My mom was cooking dinner, and she said, "Hey Nick, are you doing laundry?" Because we heard the sound of rushing water, kind of like a washing machine. And I was like, "No." And she's like, that's weird. Can you guys see what that noise is? So I go down to the basement and I see that the door is busted open and all this water is rushing in. And I'm like, oh my God, the basement's flooding. And she's like, oh no, go close the door. So I ran down there and tried to close the door, but it wouldn't stay shut. So I was holding it shut. And I called to my parents. I was like, I can't leave. I have to hold it shut or it will just open again. One or both of my parents came downstairs, I don't know, and they're like, try to get stuff off the floor. So I'm picking stuff up off the floor, thinking, oh, this stuff's going to get wet. We don't want it to get ruined. But there came a point where my parents couldn't hold the door anymore. They let it go, and we ran upstairs, and the basement filled up almost to the ceiling. There was if you stood at the top of the basement steps, I think there were 2 steps that were not covered in water. I called 911, and they basically were like, I don't know what you want us to do for you. We can't help you. And they hung up on me. So I was freaking out. I was like, oh my God, our cat's gonna drown. We're gonna drown. We're all gonna die. So my mom had her friend come and pick up me and her and my sister. She couldn't even come into our neighborhood because at this point the whole neighborhood was flooded. So we lived at the bottom of the hill. She had to park at the top of the hill. When I came out of the house to go walk up to the top of the hill to get to her car, we had to walk across my front yard, and the water was up to my waist in my front yard. It was terrifying. We didn't know if it was going to keep coming, if it was going to go up into the main floor of our house and completely destroy our house. We didn't know. And so we left and went and spent the night at her friend's house. My dad stayed because he didn't want to leave the house. And I think he had some friends come over with pumps to try to pump it out. Prior to the tornado, that was the most terrifying day of my life. So now anytime there are flood warnings, I have PTSD from that. I guess at the beginning of this year, before the pandemic, before all this nonsense, there was a day where they were saying that there were going to be floods. There was crazy flash flood warnings, like I've never seen before, and they were like, you shouldn't be driving to work if you don't have to. If you can leave early, you need to do that because all the roads are going to be flooded. And the night before, I was just sitting here sobbing and sobbing and sobbing because I'm like, I can't go through that again. So anyway, now anytime something like this happens, like I can't just let it go. And that's why my brain is so attuned to the sump pump, and I can't believe that we couldn't have done anything even if I had realized this morning that it wasn't working. But that's why my brain is like, the sump pump isn't working. I notice it. And so I was not able to just leave the water down there, even though it's not a lot of water. I can show you pictures, and I'll show you pictures of all the fixes that I tried because I don't feel like going down that right now. I can't just let it go because it could get worse. No, it's not going to get to the point where it fills up our house. And like I said, our whole basement isn't even underground, so I don't think it's possible that our basement could fill up like my basement did in Pennsylvania. But yeah, so I keep going down there, trying different things just to try to get it out of the house. And in the process, I have gotten soaked. My fingers are all cut up. Then I went to go dump out a bucket of water outside. I dumped it on my foot. It's just a bad day. It's been a very bad day. And I'm going to go put on some sweatpants and watch a movie. And that's it. I'm out. Today is done for me.